Knowing the dynamics that Jupiter is playing for your respective rising sign, your ascendant, and knowing the do's and don'ts for Jupiter based on the house's rulership and the placement is of utmost importance if you truly want to derive the maximum benefits of this planet, which brings prosperity but can also bring you challenges in the same way. Today, let's talk about how Jupiter, by virtue of ruling certain houses in your respective rising sign, brings in certain subtleties in your lives. What are the do's and don'ts? What are the challenges it could be bringing? And what are some of the results of probabilities it could be bringing in by virtue of what houses it rules in which ascendant for us. Now, for Aries ascendant natives, Jupiter rules the 9th house as well as the 12th house. Now, what is important about Jupiter's rulership of the 9th house and the 12th house for Aries ascendant natives? Firstly, by virtue of ruling the 9th house, it brings about an opportunity of gains, big gains. But also remember, this is not only about how Jupiter will bring you gains, but this is also about how Jupiter, by virtue of it ruling the 9th house, will also bring in subtleties in your education, in your learning experience. One thing Jupiter will surely do here every now and then is bring you experiences to teach you, because Jupiter is a teacher. That's why those people who have strong Jupiters in your horoscopes will have some kind of teaching, consulting, guiding roles in your life. And this will also give you opportunities of every now and then looking at which area of life is Jupiter throwing you the experience from. So what Jupiter will do is, because it's a teacher, it will also bring you certain experiences from time to time which are connected to your gains. So on one hand, Jupiter is saying you need to learn. So the more you learn, the more experiences you add, the more competency you add, the more educational qualification as well as experiential qualifications you add or experiences you add, the better for you. But what it does is, without warning, it will throw you into situations where you need to learn. This could be both good as well as bad, but it also keeps giving you opportunities of gain also. So for Aries people, you will find that if you look at how the ascendant energies are combining with the planetary energies, always remember, combine the energies, the characteristics of the ascendant. The ascendant will never lose its characteristics completely, even if the Lagna Lord, the ascendant Lord, is combusted. So what are the qualities of Aries? Aries qualities are being a person who will fight, who will also resolve, who will have a killer instinct, who will go out to get what he or she wants. So Jupiter's rulership of 9th house means that the person, in his efforts to resolve, to fight, to win, will also have to learn in the process. So in a fighting situation, suddenly some experience will come to you, a tough experience will come to you. Going against an enemy or competition will come to you where you will be taught a lesson, or you have to learn a lesson, or you have to be ready enough, competent enough. If not, you will end up on the losing side. So through those experiences, Jupiter wants you to learn a lesson, wants to ensure that you learn a lesson. Secondly, Jupiter's rulership of the 12th house, which means gains will come to you, but if you are not careful about keeping the losses at bay, or where you're putting in the effort, loss of effort because of which gains will not come to you, is also a challenging placement for Aries rising sign if you're not careful. So for Aries ascendant natives, try to be a little frugal, a little miserable, a little miserly in your expenses. Don't go all out to get all the materialistic things, because Jupiter does not like materialistic things. But Aries is an achiever. So many times we go out of our way to want to get things. So Jupiter will throw you into those situations, learning experiences without warning. Suddenly, whoa, you'll say, where did this come from? How did this come about? So that will come, and many times your efforts may not give you as many gains as you want, but you'll have to fight for it. That is the quality that the ascendant is given to you. So if you are somebody who is born in the Aries rising sign, work is cut out for you. Firstly, ensure that you are very careful where you are putting in the effort, and put in educated effort, which means know how you are putting in the effort. Just don't put in effort because for the sake of it. Learn Where should I put in the effort? Where should I talk? Where should I not talk? Where should I pitch? Where should I communicate? Through that effort and being a little frugal or miserly in expenses, then get the better results for Aries ascendant ladies. Now for Taurus rising sign people, Jupiter rules both the 8th house and the 11th house. Now what is so special about Jupiter ruling the 8th house and the 11th house? Firstly, it is the Taurus sign. It is ruled by Venus. Venus in Vedic astrology also called Shukracharya. Shukracharya is the guru of the opposite party, the Danavas, whereas Jupiter is the guru of the Devatas. So, gurus in each other's rising ascendant signs. Now understand how they may be giving you what results. So on one hand, Jupiter is a malefic ruling the 8th house surely and as well as the 11th house. But it also brings in certain opportunities because it is Jupiter after all. So now when ruling the 8th house, Jupiter is telling you that certain obstacles, certain challenges, certain issues I will be throwing at you from time to time. Let's see how you being under the rulership of Venus, Shukracharya, how you handle it, how you take care of it. And through that, your aspirations will come about. Your gains in life will come about through how you are able to handle those obstacles, those challenges, those issues. If you are not ready, if you are not somebody who is apt, prepared, through your learning, through how your experience in life so far, then I will not obviously give you gains. And it is a cutout thing for you or lot of effort over a period of time. Mind you, remember, 11th house is an upachya house. It will not give you things just like that on a platter. So 8th house, obstacles will come to you, issues will come to you from time to time, but gains and your ability to fulfill your deepest desires will also come to you. Because Jupiter being in the rulership of Shukracharya is a guru. Guru will respect the other guru, but will also ensure that a lot of tests it will put for you. Jupiter is one of the most testing planets because it is a teacher. A teacher will always put you through tests. Especially if you have the opposite camp, then the test may even be more tougher. Tests may come by you. So the question that Jupiter is asking you, are you able to handle sudden issues, emergencies, problems of the 8th house? And are you ready to learn from those experiences, the deepest experiences from life? So what Jupiter is telling you, whenever you go through a situation, just don't be on the surface, go deep down. For example, you miss an opportunity for growth at work. Just don't say, my boss was against me, my boss doesn't like me, or the opposite camp is more pally with the boss, so that's why they got the promotion. Don't look at that at a superficial level. Go deep down and try and understand why that growth has not come to you, why that appreciation has not come to you. Only when you do that, then you will be able to overcome the challenges, the subsequent challenges that Jupiter will throw at you, and then meet your wishes and desires. This is also a placement where some friend, because 8th house, 11th house energies will suddenly, without warning, without you knowing, will do some action which will be very contrary to what your expectations are. What your desires are from, or what your expectations are from that friend will go contrary. So you will expect a friend, for example, to help you in a time of a need. You may think, this is my 4 a.m. friend. I've helped this person so many times. Suddenly when your emergency comes and you go to the friend and you say, I need this money or I need this help. You'll say, oh no, I have this problem. They'll tell you a bigger challenge than what you are facing. Sir, this is happening in my life. That 4 a.m. friend will not be there for you, or hardly anybody will be there for you. So this is a lesson that Jupiter wants to teach you for Taurus people. Secondly, what is the Taurus characteristic? It is being more materialistic, but materialistic only from materialism is not what Taurus ascendant natives want. They want financial security. So Jupiter will throw financial security challenges at you from time to time. Suddenly, without warning, some big expenses will come to you and you don't know how to handle it. All 8th house energies. But gains are also connected indirectly to it. So for example, somebody getting a notice from work saying that we don't know whether you have a job. After 2 or 3 months, go and find a job for yourself. So subtle hints are given to you. Now it's your job, and take that time to go and find something. Now something good may come out of it for you. You may be thinking, oh, these people give me a notice They have asked me to leave. But 9th house energies in the Kalpurush Kundi, Sagittarius sign, which means you may get something out of it which is hidden for now, which you may get in the later on. And because it is an Upacha house, the more you keep putting in that effort, you may get better and better gains as you go forward. This is especially good for people who are also connected to the careers of the 8th house. Taxation, insurance, anything connected to hidden money, virtual reality, IT, working for government. This is very good. So people who may also be teachers in those realms, taxation, astrology, all hidden matters, agriculture, under the ground, mineralogy, related to oil, anything which comes from below the ground, or we have to extract things, or medicine or surgery, all of those careers also are linked to people born in the Taurus ascendant light sign. Now for Gemini ascendant natives, Jupiter rules the 7th house and the 10th house. Now what is so special about Gemini ascendant people and Jupiter's rulership of the 7th and the 10th house? Here, two things Jupiter is throwing at us. One, it is telling you partnerships are very important. Teamwork is very important. Your ability to work with people is very, very important. And that is connected to your career results. So if you are not somebody who can work with people, then you will face these challenges going along. So every now and then Jupiter will test your ability to work in a team, in a partnership. If you are not somebody who can work in a team, in a partnership, then there will be a challenge connected to work, connected to your output at work. And you will find many times in a team environment, you may be the person who's called out. It may be somebody else's mistake or somebody else's job or responsibility. But when the team doesn't perform, you may be a person who may be called out saying, Raj, why did you do this? You were supposed to do this. And you may feel, oh, the entire team is responsible. Why am I being singled out? But when the time for a gain comes, when the time for appreciation comes, you may be the person who is left out. And the team is given the appreciation, you are not singled out for praise. Or if you are singled out for praise, everybody is praised, so you also praise in the same breath. So here, Jupiter is telling you, in a team effort, you may be able to get gains, not alone. However, this also requires you, because here the 7th house energy of balance comes in. How much are you able to balance? Which means many a time you will have to go out of the way and contribute more, do more in a team effort, as well as in a married life. So Jupiter is saying, because these are, remember, the ascendant has Gemini sign energies. So the Gemini sign energies in the characteristic will also come in. So Jupiter is telling you, don't be so wishy-washy in your thinking. Be very clear in what to expect. Be clear in your expectation from partner also. Many times we hesitate to tell what we want from a partner in a married life. So without hesitation, tell the partner what you need. Tell the partner what to expect from them. Tell the partner that this is what I want. You didn't do this, but do it in a manner which is very subtle, in a nice, pleasant manner, because Jupiter is a planet of pleasantness. So if you don't do it, you're not pleasant with your partner in your marital life, you will face challenges. And the more challenges you'll find you have in your marital life, you'll face challenges in your career. Sometimes we don't relate them. We feel, why should I have any connection between my married life or my career? You will see there is a connection, because the planets are ruled by the same. The signs are ruled by the same planet. The houses are ruled by the same planet, Jupiter. So you will find every time things are not so going good in your married life, whether you're not able to focus or you're not able to do work, somewhere down the line, your career gets affected. So this is the placement where Jupiter is telling you, keep the house or the married life intact. Keep your partner happy, or keep in some way the balance at home. If you keep the balance at home, you'll find the balance at work also comes about. So keep your partner happy. Take time to spend time with your partner on a date, going for a movie or something. And keep the conjugal happiness also at home. You initiate sex or intimacy if it requires, but use intimacy or sex or getting together also as one of the cementing factors between you and your partner. Especially as time goes by, we lose that softness, that mushiness, that intimacy. We take it for granted, but it's a special thing. So don't take it for granted. Spend time and attention on it. Take care of yourself so that the partner also wants to come close to you. Pay special attention to your bedroom setting, your bed, good smell, good environment, good lighting. Try different things, spice up your married life from time to time, and take some time off with your partner from time to time, and you'll see how then your career or your work and appreciation from work also coming in, because here you're giving special attention to your partner. Remember, teamwork. So your teamwork comes in, and of course in the bedroom you need teamwork, right? The other thing you need to do is also ensure that on a day-to-day basis, you're looking at how I can contribute to the other person, to the married life, to the team, to the department also. Then also gains complete. If not, you'll find that you will run into roadblocks from time to time. Challenges will come to you from time to time. Now, what is so special about for Cancer ascendant natives when Jupiter rules your 6th house as well as your 9th house? Jupiter ruling your 6th house and your 9th house. Now, on the surface of it, many times we think Jupiter should be very good for Cancer ascendant natives because Jupiter gets exalted in the sign of Cancer. But nothing can be further away from the truth. Because Jupiter's Murtikona sign is Sagittarius, Jupiter rules the 6th house. 6th house is an energy which is not a very good sign energy for Cancer people, especially because the 6th house is for in the Kalpurush Kundi, Cancer sign is the 4th sign, and the 6th house is the 3rd house from the 4th house sign of Cancer, which means effort. The more effort that you put in, or you need to put in effort to keep things going, to keep things calm. Otherwise, the 6th house of enemies, competition working behind your back comes in and keeps troubling you. So what happens for Cancer ascendant natives? You will find that Jupiter's rulership of the 6th house will bring you sudden competition without warning. For example, you are trying to buy a property. You go and you meet somebody and you're negotiating and all, and more or less everything is done. Suddenly, without warning, the person who's trying to sell you the property will get another person from somewhere out of the blue. Maybe he had visited him first but had given up interest. Suddenly his interest is rekindled and he also comes and makes an offer, maybe slightly better than you. Then the person who's selling you the property says, no, look, Mr. Irfan, or whatever your name is, that I got another party who's willing to give me 4 lakhs or 5 lakhs or 10,000 or 20,000 or 100,000 more. Please, I can't give you at this price. So suddenly out of the blue, 6th house competition comes into your life where you didn't expect. And this comes in from time to time. At work also, you will find that last minute, you are expecting a promotion, you are expecting the growth, you are expecting the corner office, and then last minute something happens and that so-called promised promotion, promised role, promised increment, promised responsibility, promised project doesn't come to you. And you feel, what happened? Whoa, where did this come? And here, gains are strongly connected to how you overcome competition, which means nothing will come to you easily. For everything you have to struggle. So here, Jupiter will also make you struggle while competition. But what is important here, how you keep the competition down. So Jupiter is telling you, keep your eyes open, learn, keep your ears to the ground, which means be a part of the grapevine. Know what the grapevine is at work, who is saying what, who's in whose camp, who's trying to get something, who is working or trying to get closer to the boss, who's trying to go closer to your boss's boss, because boss's boss will also have a say, especially when larger growth promotions are in the offing. So from time to time, you will find that without keeping the competition in your good books, you may not be able to do well. Secondly, the people who are working below you, if you say any harsh word to people below you, you will find within days. Try this and see. If you have a fight with any junior or person reporting into you, or somebody even from other department but who is junior in designation to you, within days you will find something goes wrong, project goes wrong, client says the data is not right, please redo the work. Somewhere down the line, you will find that the gain of the 9th house is stopped. Secondly, this will also sometimes force you to take long distance travel without much gains. So many times you go for presentations, you go for workshops, but you will find nothing much comes out of it. And this is also a placement where sometimes you have to overcome competition to just stay in place at your respective designation or role, especially if you feel you have a meaty role, you have a good role, you are in a good company, you have a good brand, you'll always find you have to look over your shoulder, which means there is always this danger the company may replace you with somebody else. So keep that in mind. Now secondly, for Cancer ascendant natives, Jupiter ruling the 6th house means this is the 12th house to the 7th house. So in your relationship, now this also depends on how Saturn is placed, but in your relationship, you have to be utmost committed, utmost loyal. If a slight looking around, flirting with somebody comes in, immediately the marital house is struck. So Jupiter is very important. So for Cancer ascendant natives, the simple do's and don'ts is ensure that you have peace with your competition, peace with people who are also vying for the same role, or people who may not be vying for the same role but who don't like you, who behind your back want to spoil your game. Try and ensure that you deal well with people who are below you, working below you. It's a different thing if Jupiter is ruling your 10th house, but here this is more about people who are subordinate, and treat people who are below you well. Security guard in your building, talk nicely to the person, smile at the person, ask about the person's family from time to time, give something to the person. Keep the people below you who serve you directly or indirectly happy, so that the gain is not stopped for you. Now for Leo ascendant natives, what is so special about Jupiter's rulership of the 5th house and the 8th house? Firstly, Jupiter's rulership of the 5th house, but also of the 8th house. It means that connect the dots. On one side, Jupiter is ruling the 5th house of romance, of intimacy, of interest in the opposite gender, of how your equation will be with the opposite gender, but combining it or connecting it to the 8th house results, obstacles, challenges, issues. So what this does is, when you least expect, challenge will come to you from the opposite gender. This could be during your dating life, when you are in college, or you like somebody, you propose to that person, you want to get closer to the person. But what happens is, when you least realize, or you think this person is also interested, the hint is given to you, the signs are given to you, the person may say, no, you know what, I like you as a friend. And you suddenly feel, oh, whoa, what happened? This person was giving me those signs that this person is interested. What happened? So sometimes you need to lay the foundation strong enough and not come out strongly in front of the person, because then the person will back off. So this means that you have to work hard, and you also have to do the courtship very well before you attract the attention or the affection of the other person. Or because it is the 5th house, this also means that if at all you do get the attention of the opposite gender or the person that you're interested in, when you think things are going really well, suddenly, without warning, some challenge will come. So one fine day, you don't even know what happened. You said something, you did something, and all hell breaks loose. You said this, you did this, you embarrassed me, you shouted at me, you screamed at me, you don't take care of me, I was ill that day, you asked me to do this, you didn't ask me about me, and you're like, oh, what happened? So a lot of attention seeking will also come in from the opposite partner. Opposite gender, opposite partner, whoever you're wanting to date or are dating or in a relationship or even married to. So without warning, suddenly that challenge will come, and then it gets related to something else. So for example, decision has to be made at home between you and your partner, if you're a married person, woman or man. And now the decision is taking on a hue where you are not agreeing, or the other person is not agreeing, and slightly discomfort is coming, some arguments are coming. Then what happens? It doesn't remain relegated to that topic. Something else also suddenly comes in. You said this last time, you did this, you never agreed to me, to what I want to say. Last time, this decision also you did not allow. Without warning, you will find that a new thing is thrown into the mix, which may or not be related to the current thing that you're discussing. So when a decision has to be taken, you will find that if at all the discussion gets into slight argument, pushback is there, it has a potential to flare up big time and spoil the relation, and suddenly sulking, not talking to each other comes in because of a decision which has to be taken, and the decision is not going according to your whims and plans. Now, Why does this happen? Of course, the 8th house energies are there, but it is the Sagittarius energy. It says that learn and understand what the romance is all about. It's about a balance between you and your partner. So sometimes you don't always look at it practically. Look at the emotional side. Jupiter wants you to learn the emotional, the mushiness. And the other thing, what is the ascendant? Leo is the ascendant. Sun rules the ascendant. So many times, whether you want it or not, whether you think you do it or not, the feeling in the other person that you're too authoritative, you're too controlling, you're too irresponsible also comes in. So many times this allegation will be put to you that you're not responsible enough, you don't take responsibility, you don't care enough, you don't empathize enough, you don't ask enough, don't do enough. This will also come to you where you are expected to take more responsibility or showcase more responsibility without being too authoritative. So that will also come in. Other thing is in terms of your investments, where you're investing your money, you will find that investments suddenly without warning. So till you make the investment, everything seems to be hunky-dory. A share or a crypto keeps going up. The moment you make the investment, within days you find it's all collapse and you lose money in that because you have not learned the lesson of patience. And if the greed comes in, you look at, oh, the share is really doing very well and it's peaking. Suddenly you invest in that, it comes down. So it means the greed is not good. Don't be over greedy. Then the other thing it does is, it brings in a responsibility in you for change. Remember, especially related to work. Why change and related to work? First of all, Jupiter rules the 8th house. Obstacles, challenges, problems, but Pisces energy of giving up, being charitable, not getting enough returns for your effort. And the 5th house is the 8th house to the 10th house. So in terms of your career, you will go through a transformation. Without warning, suddenly you will have to change the job, you will have to change the role. So very rarely will you find that you have a mushy job, you have a cushy job, and you are able to sit there and you are able to do with no disturbance. Suddenly, without warning, something will come, disturb the equation between you, between your boss, in your department, let's shake up. And this will be when you least expect. This is not that kind of a thing where you expect a company is going down, it's not doing so very well, they may ask some people to leave, they may not give increments, they may not give good incentive. This is not that kind of a thing. This hits you when you least expect. Or when you're expecting only this much more happens by virtue of reciprocity or a result coming to you when you least expect, and to the extent that you think, oh, this is too much. So a small fight may come in and suddenly your partner says, break up. Okay, it's just a small fight, come on. But that may happen. And then children may not be of much gains to you. Now, I don't want to disappoint you, but with this placement, children may also become obstacles to your romance, especially after you're married. You will find when the children have come in, romance has ceased. Now, this may happen with most marriages, but in your marriage, this has to be one of the most important factors. The mushiness is what is also connecting you. Especially Leo sign people, you want to be loved, you want to be praised, you want to be put on a pedestal. So sometimes you're also looking at how much is the partner reciprocating through my effort. So this is a work cut out for Leo ascendant natives. Be more soft, be more kind, be more giving. Keep your eyes out for those obstacles, those challenges. Pay more attention to the changes. You bring about a change and transformation in your job. Don't wait for the zodiac to give you things on a platter, which will not happen. Now, what's so special about for Virgo ascendant natives, where Jupiter rules both the 4th house and the 7th house for you? Now, for Virgo ascendant native, this is a very, I don't want to use the word karmic, but this is a slight tricky placement, but also coming in with gains. Jupiter is given a special placement here, a special position here. Why? Wherever Jupiter may be placed in your horoscope. 4th house, 7th house, two very important Kendra houses. So this also happens obviously for Gemini ascendant natives also. Even for Pisces and Sagittarius, but then Jupiter is the ruler of the ascendant. But here we are talking about the opposite party, Mercury, which falls in the group of the Danavas, not the Devatas, which Jupiter belongs. Yet a special placement is given. But what is the special meaning of this? Now when you look at for Virgo ascendant native, by virtue of 4th house and the 7th house. 4th house is very, very special house for Jupiter, because Jupiter gets exalted in the 4th sign of Cancer. So when the 4th house rulership is given to you, it's a special position. And on top of that, 7th house rulership is also given to you. So here, and by the opposite camp. So here, the challenge for you is in your domestic life, in your marital life, and in your teamwork, how you work with other people, how much giving are you, how much of an asset are you. Why asset? Because 4th house is about assets. So you should become an asset for your domestic life, which means you are the biggest contributing factor in your home, whether it is money or to keep the peace at home or to bring in nice things at home, changes at home, repairs, initiating some new things, buying things, repairing things. You have to be in the thick of things. If you are not doing that, then you will find that things keep breaking down every now and then, and you don't realize, and you don't think, you don't know how it is happening. A new car comes in. Within months, some scratch happens, some breakdown happens, some trouble happens. This will happen more with electronics. You buy a new AC, within days or weeks, some challenge comes in and say, this is a new thing, what happened? All qualities, tests have done. Same thing happens with cars. Same thing happens with the property. You buy a property suddenly without warning, some notice comes to you. You find that something has been missing. Something has not been told to you by the builder. Something has suddenly come to light where some water is leaking. Suddenly it comes to light that the doors are not working well, whatever. So, or in the society, things are not very good. So something comes to you from your assets without warning, but now you have to put in the teamwork. You have to work with people to solve it, because the 4th house and the 7th house energies are getting combined and being thrown at you. So you can't get away from it. What is the ascendant? Virgo. What is the Virgo ascendant's energy? Being somebody who's very practical, taking educated decisions, but also problem solver, and somebody who has precision. So here, the zodiac is telling you, keep the peace at home, keep the order at home, keep the home well. If you have things broken at home, you will find challenges keep coming in. So for example, if you have something broken, a mixie is broken at home, your spouse tells you repair it, and you're not doing anything, you will find that something or the other keeps happening at your work. You're not able to get along in your team, somebody who's expected to hand over a report, send your mail, do some communication, and not doing. And this person could have been the most dependable person for you. Or something happens in that person's life, the person is suddenly not there for a week, 10 days, 15 days. Or for an important meeting, and you are like, oh, where did this come from? So you're thrown into situations that you least expect from your team. Especially if things at home are not good. So either if there are any repairs at home, immediately do it. Don't leave repairs for long. If a car needs servicing, don't say, okay, don't delay it. Don't be somebody who's lackadaisical or procrastinating. If the peace at home is not there, the teamwork gets affected also. You will find that you have a small altercation with your spouse in the morning, get lost, this, that. You get to work. The whole day passes with something or the other not going your way. And you feel, what's happening today? Why is this such a bad day? Had a bad fight with my spouse or with my partner in the morning, and this whole day is going bad. So you'll find the bickering will continue. Whatever the challenges at home are will continue in your teamwork and at your work. And any interaction that you have with others that day will not be as fruitful as you expect. You fight with your spouse, you go for a deal, you think the deal is all corners are covered. Suddenly something comes, the client wants you to redo the work. The person who you're trying to make the deal to, they say, no, we need more time. So you will find that if things are not at order at home, things are not taken care, repairs are not done at home, then you feel this challenge. So work is cut out for you if you're a Virgo native. Teamwork is very important, but peace at home and everything in order at home is very important. You have broken things at home, unrepaired things at home, teamwork gets spoiled, and your marital life gets spoiled also. You leave a car unserviced for long, then your marital life is not also serviced, which means you will find some or the other bickering comes in. Or spouse will reprimand you. You always don't do things on time, you never get the car repaired, never get the car serviced. See, this suddenly happened, the car broke down. And you have to face the brunt. It's not that with this placement, it is not getting away easily. On the other hand, you'll also find that if you are somebody who is a person not easy to get along at work. In teamwork, you're not able to get along with people well. You're known as a very snobbish person, offhandish person. Then your peace at home will also get spoiled, and there will be breakdown of things. So you will find if you had a big flare up at work someday, within days something will get spoiled at home. Something will break down at home. Some asset will break down at home. It will require repair. So for Virgo ascendant natives, work is cut out. Keep the peace at home. Keep things in order at home, and keep your teamwork under your control. Now, what is so special for Libra ascendant natives? Because Jupiter rules both the 3rd house and the 6th house. Now, for Libra ascendant natives, just like for Taurus ascendant natives, Libra rising sign is ruled by Shukracharya, Venus. Shukracharya is the leader of the opposite camp, the Danavas. Jupiter is the leader or the teacher of the Devatas. So, now the 3rd house and the 6th house, these are tough houses, mind you. Libra ascendant, Mool Trikona sign of Shukracharya, of Venus. But they are gurus. Venus is also a guru, and Guru or Jupiter is obviously a guru. So there is some respect also. However, you also want to ensure that you want to give a most tough or the most trying lesson also to the guru. So yeah, the ascendant itself is Libra, and Libra energies of balance are there. So the characteristic will be there in the person. If you are a Libra person, balance is expected of you. You being able to contribute, you being the person who is more nicer, more social, more giving in relationship is expected. So everything comes around relationship. What is the 3rd house? 3rd house of communication, talking, influencing, branding. So your communication is the key to keep things under control. And you'll find that either your language is not very sharp or crisp or subtle or soft enough that you keep the competition at bay. You will find that normally you are somebody who will be very refined in your communication. Libra, people, social, giving. But suddenly something will happen, and that one flare up is enough to be remembered for a long time. So in your marital life, one flare up which you may have done in weeks or months will contribute to your challenges, problems. And you will feel, I'm so nice all the time. There is one time I said something, why the heaven have, hell has broken loose or whatever. But that's how it will be. Communication and your equation, your rapport is the key to good relations, good results. With anybody, through your communication, you will build your rapport, and through your rapport, you will get good results, and you will be able to keep competition at bay. Otherwise, you will find you're always one step behind competition. Try as you might, you're always one step behind your colleagues. You're always one step behind other people in the department, and they seem to be stealing a march over you in terms of acknowledgement or appreciation. You will find that the day your communication is not apt, not proper, or there is slight, maybe a little arrogance or little aggressiveness or even assertiveness in your communication or your mail, health breaks loose. You may think your mail is slightly reprimanding, but it's still docile. And double that impact comes back as a response from the other person. When you least expect, you feel, this communication was because I wanted to reprimand the person, I wanted to tell the person this is not done, this is not the way you work, or set the expectation right, but the repercussion is stronger from the opposite end. Especially in a team meeting or in a meeting where you're talking or you're objecting to something, you raise something, the thing comes back to you also. Or even when the quiet is there at that moment, people don't want to take on, maybe you're making a valid point, but later on you'll find that person starts talking behind your back, bitching about you, and trying to upset your apple cart. So you need to be careful how you talk, what kind of words you use, because they can be used against you, not in a court of law, but even in life. The other thing this does is, because what is the 3rd house energies of effort? Sagittarius energy, which means you have to keep learning, you have to keep updating yourself in terms of how you are communicating with people, how you are reaching out to people, because otherwise the 6th house energies are Pisces energies of giving up, of losing to competition. So if you are not very communicative, and if you are not strong in your learning part, how you are updating yourself from time to time, then competition will be something which you will not be able to overcome. The other thing is be very, very careful of in your communication. Don't expect that I sent a mail, things will be done. It will not be done. If you have spoken to your spouse and you think I've already told her she will be doing it, it will not be done. By just sending one mail or just saying something, it will not be done. You'll have to say it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times before it is done. It is almost as if you're talking to an enemy or there is a roadblock. People don't want to do things. So the follow from you will have to be done 2, 3, 4 times before things is done. Especially if you're a lady, you will find that you have to tell your husband many times before a thing is done. It's generally husbands anyways don't listen to their wives when they tell them the first time. But here, the struggle will be larger. The struggle will be more for you. For men, you will find that your spouse generally is not paying good attention to how she is looking. They don't tend to give equal attention to their looks, so that they keep looking good for you, attractive for you, and the desire also dissolves from time to time. Third house, mind you, is a Kama Bhava. Sagittarius sign going distance. So the distance is created between you and the partner over a period of time. The desire goes in, and the 6th house, energies of inimical challenges may also come between you and partner. So keep the machine of the romance going. Work on it and work on your language. Keep saying good things. I love you. I care for you. How are you doing? Send some text messages, and if you are around your partner, with your partner, suddenly out of the blue, say something nice, say something which is appreciative, tell them how important they are, do small actions. Then you will find that you are able to keep the competition at bay, challenges at bay, and to your competition, throw them off guard. Even if those people in a meeting apologize quickly, take your thing back, very subtly put things. So the language is more refined, challenges at bay, and you'll be able to make your way up. Now, what's so special for Scorpio ascendant natives where Jupiter rules your 2nd house and your 5th house? Jupiter ruling the 2nd house and the 5th house for Scorpio ascendant natives. Firstly, what is the ascendant energy? Always keep in mind, never look at planetary placements or the rulership alone. Always take in the mix of the ascendant energy also, because that is the overarching, sometimes overriding energy to all other energies. However strong a certain house ruler may be placed, even in exaltation, the Lagna Lord's energies, the characteristic, the personality will come upon how that particular planet dissemination is coming about. So here, 2nd house and the 5th house. 2nd house is earning money. 5th house is earning money or getting gains from also change or transformation in your career. And if you see, the 2nd house is exactly 10th house away from your 5th house. So the transformation in job, because the 5th house is the 8th to the 10th house, will have to be coming from you, so that you make increments in your money, in how you're earning, because the 2nd house is your earning, your livelihood. So here, work is cut out for Scorpio ascendant native. Scorpio itself means change and transformation from time to time, which means you are given the responsibility of transformation in your life from time to time. So you have to up the ante. You have to do up the game from time to time, bring about the change for a betterment, not for the worse or just, alternate change which doesn't have very much meaning. You have to keep upping the game from time to time. So only when the transformation is there, there's a change in your education, you add some certification, you go for some workshop, you put in that effort, you do some new projects, and you are able to showcase better results, better qualification, better learning, upping the ante, you will find that the increment comes up and you get better results. So the change has to come from you, the change has to be initiated by you. Either in change in the role or the projects that you do, the department or the organization itself, sometimes the industry also. You will also find with this that the change comes in terms of your education qualification, how it is helping you to be able to get gain. So you start off with a certain educational qualification, and very rarely will you continue to be in the same light. So you start with a certain educational qualification, but you end up doing some other role, or slowly without warning, without you realizing, the role becomes diluted and doesn't strongly remain connected to what your education qualification is, because the transformation, the change also happens. The other thing, this is also about your romantic liaison and your second house, which is also Maraka house, for example. Because the energies of the fifth and the second house are getting related here, so the results are also getting related. You will find when you are getting into a new relation, something or the other happens at work. You may not know what the connection is, but whenever you start off a new relationship, or you get married, or you're committing to somebody, or you're saying yes to somebody when somebody is proposing, something will happen at work connected to how things are shaping up. A new role is coming to you, new things are happening to you, increment is coming to you, new opportunity is coming to you. So there will be some shake up at work also, which will be indirectly or directly connected to your earning potential, to your livelihood also. So relationship triggers something connected to money and how the nutrition, the bank balance is coming. Secondly, how you're dealing with the relationship will also deal whether the bank balance remains with you. Getting you into a relationship where the person wants you to spend a lot of money on them, give a lot of attention to them, you end up buying too many things for them, taking them out for dates, movies, dinners, and you find your bank balance keeps going down. So getting into a relation with the right person is critical so that the second house remains intact, because the second house of earning savings is directly connected to the fifth house of romance and who you are in a relationship with, even in a committed relationship with. So many times your partner may show that the person is frugal, but without wanting, suddenly something the partner may want you to do. Let's go on a holiday, let's buy that property, let's make this investment, buy this thing for me, let's throw a party for friends. Something will happen because of which a lot of your money will be spent, and it will eat into your savings from time to time, and that may be brought about by your partner. It may not be connected directly to the partner, but the partner will bring to your noticing that we need to make that investment. We need to make that school fees for our son, or we need to ensure that our son goes to a better college or foreign university. You better save up. So that initiative or the communication, the warning, the action will come from your spouse, because of which your second house gets affected. So having very good relation with your spouse, with your partner is key of, and involving the spouse also into your decision making. If you take any decision without involving your partner, without telling your partner, then you'll find directly or indirectly your increments or savings get affected. That is another thing, that there may be a challenge, there may be an argument at home, but your savings, your increments, your livelihood gets affected. Any decision that you make without keeping your partner in the loop. Even if you don't want to get the partner involved in the decision because it's not connected to him or her, just tell them subtly that today I'm going for this meeting for this deal, I'll call you after that. So in a way, you're letting the person know something important is happening, because that is directly getting connected. So many times we don't realize how the zodiac is connecting this, but the zodiac is telling you these are connected. Keep the person in the loop. This also means that many times children may be the ones who may also be the ones who would either take away your bank balance, because you have to spend on children, the fifth house, or later on the children may also become indirect gain bringers to you. May not be directly, but indirectly. So children may take care of you, children may do very well, children may also bring in those honors also for you, but that means you have to treat the children very well. You have to be very good friends with the children. Many times we don't pay too much attention to our relation with the children, and then later on we complain. My son doesn't call me enough, they're too busy in their lives, and we do that. So very good relation with children, you will find your increments also keep coming in. I'm not saying spoil children with gifts or not, but treat them well, talk nicely to them, spend time with them. You may be too busy at work, or you may be too tired when you come home. Keep some energy intact, spend time with them. Don't come home and eat dinner and then watch Netflix shows and something. Just talk or chat with children for 2 minutes. Don't do that. Don't ignore your children. Invest time, effort, good equation with your children, and you'll find indirectly or directly also you'll find increments go up. If your children are happy, have smiling children at home, you will find that you, in terms of earning potential, the nutrition is connected to either your commitment, your relationship, and how you are connecting to children, and to your education qualification, and how you are bringing about a transformation. So if you're somebody who is born in the Scorpio sign as a rising sign, work is cut out for you, that you are the one who will be initiating the good things connected to your relationship and connected to change. Now, what is so special for Sagittarius ascendant natives by virtue of Jupiter ruling the Lagna and the 4th house? Now, Sagittarius is the Mool Trikona sign of Jupiter, so it is a special sign anyways. It is also the sign of faith and belief, high learning, spiritual learning, experiential learning, and that is getting connected to your 4th house. Most important sign for Jupiter, most important houses, because it is the Lagna and the 4th house. Lagna, there can be no more important house. The 4th house is where, in the 4th sign of Cancer, in the Kalpurush Kundi, where Jupiter gets exalted. So Sagittarius is a special sign for Jupiter. It is not only its Mool Trikona sign, but it is also a culmination of all energies. Mind you, Sagittarius A is the star system, which is at the center of the Milky Way galaxy. Our solar system is part of the Milky Way galaxy, and the Milky Way galaxy center, the Sagittarius A star system. So Sagittarius sign is the culmination of all the energies coming together. I have also made a video on this. That's why Sagittarius sign is the most important sign in the horoscope, in the zodiac. So yes, Sagittarius sign itself becomes the Lagna. So this means that this is a life given to you to learn, and you will find very good results come to you, very good gains come to you when you keep learning. Keep learning, not in terms of educational qualifications, but through experiential learning. But what Jupiter does is it keeps throwing challenges at you, keeps making you learn. Jupiter is the teacher. So it throws issues at you. So what happens? Suddenly something breaks down. What is the learning? You need to not be like a bicycle. You should not procrastinate. Stitch in time, save 9. When small challenge develops in your car, small sounds come in your car, repair it immediately. Otherwise, you will be taught a lesson. So this is a placement of teaching you a lesson throughout life. If you have been lackadaisical, if you have procrastinated, if you have not up the ante, if you are not in control, if you are not on top of things, if you are not ahead of things, rather than chasing things later on. And this is a sign that experiential learning will keep being thrown at you from time to time. But it is also a sign where your faith and belief in the zodiac, in the high energy, has to be strong. Whenever you feel, sometimes some people are atheistic, they don't believe in things, they don't believe in higher, the energy. They don't believe in prayers. This is a placement where prayers are very important. Sagittarius energy, your faith and belief. And the 9th house in Kalpurush Kundi is also the sign of educational institution or spiritual institution. It is also the sign of temples or spiritual place, which means keep or be connected to some spiritual place. Go to a temple or go to a spiritual place from time to time, or do your prayers. Prayers are important, or being grateful to the Lord, to the supreme energy. If you are not having faith and belief in that, wherever you are letting your guard down in terms of what kind of a good nature, character you need to be, the zodiac will strike at you. And where does it strike? Strikes at assets. 4th house is connected to the Lagna. So whenever the Lagna, you are not behaving well, the 4th house, why 4th house? Pisces energies are giving up, losses, extravagances. So you will find that whenever you are not in your best of behavior, you are letting your guard down, you are letting your values down, 4th house gets affected, your assets get affected. So whenever you feel or you see that if you are into action or habits which are not so good, which you are not very comfortable sharing with people, which you are not proud of, the 4th house gets affected, assets get affected. So if you are into bad habits, especially if you smoke a lot or if you indulge in alcohol, then you will find that your assets never grow beyond a certain point. However hard you try, you're putting in all your effort that you make that investment, you get that house, you get that car, you get all the life's conveniences. You try so hard, yet you don't get. You may be saving for a car and for a long period of time. Suddenly something comes, the saving, you have to extract money from it. You can't buy the favorite house of yours, can't buy the favorite car of yours. So which means your behavior has to be very, very good. And it has to be coupled with some faith which you do, some action that you do. Prayers are very important, and nothing else. In your office, before you start work, always start with grateful or gratitude to the Lord. So just before you start work, Whether you keep a picture of a deity or not is not so very important. And in fact, it is good not to keep pictures or deities or idols both at home or at your workplace. But say a silent prayer in your heart. Say, Lord, you have always kept me well. Let this day be a good day for me. Bring goodness to me, or bring prosperity to my work through the day. So start with a prayer whenever you are doing a good thing, whenever you are doing an auspicious thing, never forget. Secondly, before your meals, always be grateful. Say a prayer, thank the Lord. Like for example, in Muslims, we say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, starting in the name of Lord, the most beneficent and most merciful. And then we eat. So we are thanking the Lord for the meal that Lord is giving. You can do it in your own way, or you can say a silent prayer in your heart. If you don't do that, you don't show the belief and the gratitude, then the fourth house gets affected. You will not realize why, but these two houses are getting connected. You never grow in assets. You never grow money beyond a certain point. So being grateful, learning, saying a silent prayer before a meal or any good thing, auspicious thing is important. And you will find that the more peace that you keep at home, the more you are giving Pisces energies, very optimistic, always being very cheerful, always being very imaginative in your home, bringing new things, being the cheerful person, being the happy person, bringing happiness in the house rather than trouble. You'll find the Lagna is also affected. Your stature grows, your respect in society grows. You don't treat your household people well, your stature in society will never grow beyond a point. However hard you try, that you want that growth, that increment, you want to go to the highest excellence in your corporate life, you will never be able to reach. Some or the other roadblock will come, promotion will be stopped, changes will become the order. You will not find growth in one organization, you will have to change into a lesser brand or something to get that increment. So, for Sagittarius sign people, work is cut out for you. Be grateful, be thankful, starting with prayer, starting with auspiciousness. I'm not saying have idols or something. In fact, you should not do it. Keep the peace at home. Keep things under control at home. Keep everything good and hunky-dory at home. Then you'll find the stature grows for you. Better things, better prosperity comes for you. Now, what is so special for Capricorn ascendant natives? By virtue of Jupiter ruling both the 12th house and the 3rd house. Now, this is a very, very karmic placement. Now we are getting into Saturnian energies combined with Jupiterian energies. Now, 12th house, Sagittarius sign, Mool Trikona sign of Jupiter is getting connected to your 3rd house of effort, of communication, which means your effort going down the drain if you're not careful, if you're not making educated choices. Sagittarius sign is the sign of learning. So Jupiter is a teacher. Jupiter is teaching you a lesson that be careful where you're putting in the effort and what you're saying. If you don't, things will go to waste. So many times you'll find you have to write 2, 3, 4 communications before work is done. You have to remind people 2 times, 3 times before work is done. Even your team members, you give them a task, you delegate a task, it will never be done when you tell them only once. You have to follow it up. So one is communicating regularly in a nice manner and also following up. So just by sending a mail will not be done. You always have to follow up. You have to tell something to your spouse has to do something, you'll have to follow it up nicely, not admonishingly. Otherwise, wasted effort. And you have to also keep the faith in them while following up. So micromanagement is something you should avoid. But this also means your communication skills should be very, very good, so that losses are kept at bay, because the 12th house of loss is getting connected to the 3rd house of effort and communication. And the 3rd house is the Upachya house, which means you have to work hard over a period of time before gains come to you and losses are kept at bay. This is a good placement also of working more in an individual role. Even in a teamwork, your individual competency should come across. Your individual contribution should be higher than the team. Why? 12th house energies of working in solitude, working alone, connected to 3rd house of effort, Upachya house, giving you gains over a period of time. So, you will find that over a period of time, when you also keep showcasing your competency, gains come to you. People also feel that you are somebody who puts in the effort, you are also bending your back. Otherwise, the credit is taken away from you, wasted efforts of the 12th house comes to you. And this is also good placement where the more qualifications you add, the better you. You will be very surprised where if you are somebody who doesn't keep your expenses under control, for example, you spend big money, something which you normally don't do, but say you do. You will find in the next 2-3 days, your communication is all awry. People don't understand you. People misunderstand you. There may be arguments and fights also. So if you do big spending at home, for example, you buy a new car, the next 2 or 3 days you see how your communication happens. You will find miscommunication. The dealer whom you bought the car from has understood something else. You have said something else. You go to a place, you want to drive your car and go, you miss the directions, you misread the direction. So some miscommunication will happen and you will find that something is not working for you, which means the zodiac is telling you don't splurge. Save as much as possible. When you splurge, zodiac will give you some signs. So these are connected. Sometimes we don't understand how these energies work, but you will find that whenever you splurge money, spend a lot of money, suddenly maybe on extravagant things which you may not need, third house communication gets affected, and then you'll find for the next 3, 4, 5 days a week, however hard effort that you put in, the gains or the output that you get at work doesn't come in. And you feel, why this is happening? I mean, I'm trying to send a mail, I've said this. You are supposed to put in an application and that application should be granted in 2 or 3 days. Somebody is sleeping on it for a week to 10 days, 15 days. The boss is not, giving the go ahead. Some obstacles comes to you because of which you have not been able to get your act right or get the work through because of overspending or being too extravagant. So this is the work cut out for you. Because this is the Capricorn sign, mind you. So hard work, due diligence, commitment, loyalty. Second thing, don't flirt if you are born in the Capricorn sign, because then you will find that it will come back to haunt you. If you flirt or if you are showing while you are in a committed relationship, you have the hots for somebody and you're trying to make an effort. Sometimes we do have a crush for others, but taking actions in that direction, trying to flirt with the person, trying to talk to the person, trying to get close to the person, or trying to get in the pants of the person or chasing that skirt is not good. Commitment, loyalty, boundaries with the Capricorn sign says is important. Otherwise, losses, big losses. You will not realize. You flirt with somebody at work or with somebody, next 2-3 days you see how it goes. See how it goes with your partner at home. See how it goes in your communication. See how it goes with any work that you do. You will find that you don't get the results of it. So, be very sure. Keep your boundaries intact, be committed and loyal, work on your communication skills, don't splurge, keep your spending to a minimum or splurge very, very rarely. You should really have a lot more before you do that action, then you'll find things are better for you, for Capricorn sign people, because Jupiter energies are at strong play for you. Now what's so special for Aquarius ascendant natives where Jupiter rules the 11th house and Jupiter also rules your 2nd house. Now, Aquarius energies, these are huge societal impact, mass impact which Aquarius represents, which means any action or reaction will not be small, will not be subtle. Here, because the 11th house energies are coming to the picture, your wishes, your desires are getting connected to the 2nd house of earning, spending, but nutrition, values. So what is Jupiter saying? Be at your utmost best values. Otherwise, the society which Aquarius represents, in the larger world, you will not be able to make gains. Your name will get spoiled. Aquarius energy itself is the 11th house energies in the Kalpurush Kundli, and Sagittarius sign is in your 11th house for Aquarius people. So strong 11th house energies getting connected to the 2nd house of earning. So yeah, straight away the zodiac is telling you that how you behave with the masses or with your values in front of the masses will have a bearing on your increment, in your earning potential, in your saving. So you will find, first of all, 11th houses and Upacha house works over a period of time. So you'll have to really slog, work hard to be able to get higher earning, high increment. On top of that, if you are not contributing to some societal cause, you're living for yourself, you'll find your increment doesn't come. So either in an organization you have to work which contributes a lot to society and you have a key role to play. If not, do something outside of your work. Contribute somewhere. Do something. See, just thinking, oh, I really feel for children. I feel sorry for this particular climate change. But you're not doing much about it. You're doing bare minimum to show that, it's like giving some, some contribution. or lip service will not help. You'll have to actually play a part where you do involve in some societal thing. Otherwise, you'll find that the increment is not coming. Now you will say, how are they linked? They're linked by virtue of the zodiac signs. Aquarius energies, Pisces energies in the second house of earning, Sagittarius energies going into the 11th house of wishes and desires, getting connected to 11th house energies of Aquarius and the second house of earning. So your wishes and desires of increment, savings in the bank will not come in if you don't contribute to a cause. Secondly, try and work for larger brands rather than smaller brands, and see that the organization that you work for does contribute to the larger world, or you anyways on your side you have to do something. Secondly, try and have a big network circle. Try and make friends with people. Try and increase your network circle. Even if you're not great friends with them, try and know more people. Do things through which you know. For example, it's a good thing to work for a cause or give some time, maybe once in a month, to work for a cause. Go to people or organizations which work for other people. Through that, the network will increase, and you'll find that when you're doing that, through the network, you make gains. So I know of people who give some time to PETA, or they give time to UNICEF. Sometimes they give to climate change or something. So they will work with organizations on the weekend when they'll contribute. They will also take the children along sometimes. And then they develop a network there, and through that network, they make gains. So we feel that this is just a coincidence. It is not a coincidence, mind you. Zodiac energies are not a coincidence, friends. They are meant to be used. They are given to you, and certain signs fall in certain houses so that those energies will come to play. If you truly believe in astrology, believe those sign energies are getting connected, will play a part, whether you like it or not, whether you don't know how the zodiac works. Secretive ways are the works of the zodiac, of the supreme energy. So yeah, hard work, lot of hard work, and contributing to a cause are very, very important for the earnings to be there. And try and keep your name without blemish. Ensure that your character is seen by people as somebody without blemish. Work very hard on your reputation. The better your reputation in society, earnings will be connected. So even if somebody is not connected to your work, but you find that something has happened where your name has been spoiled in society, you are normally seen as a very good guy. One day, with some neighbor, you went into an altercation and you abuse the person, you say something. Immediately people feel, oh, this guy, we thought he's a good guy, look at how he abuses. He's such an abusive person, he's so uncouth, he doesn't have manners. Now, the story is not ended there. You will find that day, or within days or weeks, you will find that some work of yours has stalled. Just not moving. Things are not moving at all. Because your reputation in society of sullied, you will find that work is not getting done, the project is not taking off. If appraisal time is there, be more careful. Otherwise, it is directly linked to your earnings, it is linked to your savings, it is linked to how you earn your livelihood. So, work for a societal cause, protect your reputation, contribute to society, give some time to society from time to time, have larger faith, work for larger organization, try and create a more social network, be more friendly with them, and then you find how the Aquarius sign energies combined with the Jupiterian energies, 11th house and the second house, will give you increment, will give you more moolah in the bank, will give you more money in the banking, safeguarding your financial security as well. Now, what's so special for Pisces ascendant natives where Jupiter is ruling the 10th house and the Lagna? For Pisces ascendant native, this is a most karmic, almost a moksha oriented placement. Now, Pisces energies, anyways, the 12th house energies of solitude, being alone, but Pisces energies are also the most optimistic people. These are the most cheerful people, but these are also people who sometimes have missed the bus entirely. They just don't know what's happening on the ground. They are living in their own imaginative world. They daydream. They always daydream of tomorrow this may happen or this should happen. Dreaming big, thinking of making big plans. But the action at work, because the 10th house is getting connected directly to the Lagna. So your dreams, your aspirations, your stature, your respect, everything at the Lagna is getting connected to your karma, the 10th house. And what are the 10th house energies? Sagittarius energies. Learning, education and experiences. So the zodiac will keep throwing experiences, situations at you from time to time, good and bad. Now the zodiac expects you to learn from that so that then through that learning, You are given an increment, you're given a better stature in life also. And you have to do it positively. Positive frame of mind is anyways given to you, but you have to be very creative and imaginative at work. If you do the same thing day in and day out, you get the same results. So the zodiac is telling you, be more creative, be more imaginative at work. Bring in your learning. Learn new things and bring the new learning to your karma, to your actions. Learning is getting connected to the actions. If you're learning but not doing something about it, then you don't get the fruits of your labor. So learning, education, qualification or some incident which you have gone through, learn from it and better your game, better your communication, better your equation, better your action. Then zodiac will also give you a higher stature, will give you better gain and save or reduce the wastage which the Pisces sign in the Lagna represents, which means your karma is directly related to your wastage in your stature itself. Now we may not know how these energies work, but this is how the energies are getting connected. The zodiac is saying you have connected your 10th house to your Lagna. Sagittarius energies of learning, going beyond your comfort zone. So the zodiac will keep throwing you things which will be out of your comfort zone and you have to learn. You have to up the ante. Then your stature will increase, your respect in society will also increase, your wastage will also decrease. If not, then what will happen? However hard you try, efforts will not bear the fruit. You try as hard as you want, promotion will not come to you, growth will not come to you. So the work is cut out for Pisces ascendant native, a Sagittarius sign going into the 10th house, that your karma is getting connected to how you up the ante, you keep learning and putting in new things into practice and through very imaginative and a creative way and be more contributing to work. Don't try and steal somebody's credit. Share credit. Even if you have worked on something alone, if you don't share credit, share thanks. Be grateful. Call up that other department or whoever has worked with you and say thank you so much. Even if you don't tell it publicly, thank people. The more people you thank at work, the more gratitude you show at work, you will find that your stature also increases at work, your losses are reduced. Other thing, very important thing, try and be most competent or more competent than other people at work to be able to then showcase and get the appreciation and acknowledgement from your bosses. This is not an easy placement. You have to work doubly hard when Sagittarius sign goes into the 10th house and Pisces goes into the Lagna. Any Pisces sign people you talk to, they're very optimistic, they're very cheerful. But these people are also the ones who have gone through the most challenging emotional upheavals. Huge ups and downs they get, and to some extent it is also connected to their karma, their actions. Without thinking, if you take any action, then you will find that the zodiac is more telling on you. So somebody else may go get away with a small abuse, you will not get away with it. Somebody may get away with one slap, you will not get away with it. Even to your own children, utmost best behavior, more giving, more charitable, which Pisces sign energy represents, being very highly motivated, but also being on your best behavior, best values, and always looking to contribute. So whatever you're doing, what am I contributing? How am I bringing goodness to people's life? So today I'm working, how am I improving people's life through my work? Keep that side, that thing in mind, you'll all automatically feel that day goes better for you. Whenever you start your day in the morning, that what am I contributing to the zodiac? How am I contributing to my spiritual elevation? How am I contributing to my moksha? Start the day in the morning with that thought and try and keep 1 penny, $1, 1 rupee, whatever it is aside for that day. Remind you Pisces energy. Do that every day. Take 1 rupee or $1, whatever you can afford. Keep it away. Keep a small, piggy bank or something. Put it away. Every day put one thing. Keep that thing away. And at the end of the month, donate it. And then you'll find that whenever you make the donation, how the energies seem to be creating opportunities for you, the goodness for you. You feel good within yourself. More optimism comes, more creativity will come, more better imagination will come for you. So if you're born in the Pisces sign, one of the most tough signs to deal with, emotional upheavals will also come to you. Better the karma, better the ante, be more giving, be more contributing, be more nice to people. Take better control of your emotional health. Stop daydreaming too much. Don't make plans in the air. Be practical. And put something away every day. $1, whatever. And you find how the zodiac takes better care of you. So friends, now that we have talked about Jupiter's equations, Jupiter's dynamics through which sign it rules in your horoscope, also see where Jupiter is actually placed in your horoscope, because this could be most telling in terms of what prosperity it's bringing, what opportunities it's bringing, and how it is giving you a new turn to your life, how it is being able to up the ante for you and bring about the best prosperity, best opportunities for you. So friends, like this video, share this video, and if you're looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me at the links below. Till some other time, some other video, this is your friend, astrologer and guide, Irfan signing off. Ciao.